I always dance when that song comes on. I'm sitting here chair dancing. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Okay, there we go. I caught up. How is everyone doing this crazy sauce Monday? Speeding up my thing. Okay, who we got in the house? Hello, Penny Sue.
Hello,
And
Barbie.
Barbie. And those are the other people we said hello. And Claudia said hello to everybody. She's so good. Claudia said hello to everybody.
Oh, by Wednesday we are going to be 97 degrees here.
So jealous.
I don't want that.
No. I'm trying to see my weather. It's there. We're 74.
I want that weather back because that was nice last week.
So trade you. Although I will say this, I'm very appreciative that it rains at night because it means my hose line outside is busted, the tap coming from the outside, and now it means I don't have to water my garden. So I'm grateful that it's raining over. I get downpoured last night. Really? So I'm grateful for that, but I would like some warmer weather, so I'm willing to share. Send it my way, please. Because I'm wearing long sleeves and my fingertips are freezing. So.
And I'm sitting here sweating in front of the AC.
I'm always
You guys can hear my AC, let me know. Because it's just like 2 feet from the phone.
I can hear it, but it just sounds like lovely background white noise, like there's traffic going by or something. It's not distracting at all. Yeah. Oh no, Rebecca. I hope you feel better. That stinks.
That's no fun.
I get it. I woke up this morning and my stomach, I was in agony with my stomach. It was hot knives being poked into my stomach. Doing better now because it goes away sometimes after a while, but ugh. And hello, Susan. I gotta make people
Susan. Hi, Sue. Hi, Rebecca. Hello, everyone.
I hope everyone is having a good Monday so far. You're on your kind of lunch hour kind of thing. I hope you're all having a good time. Hello, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Oh, yeah. Everybody feel better.
Hello, Dolores.
Hi, Miss Dolo. We're so glad you could all join us today. This is awesome sauce. So I think we'll start by talking about what we have coming up next, what people are still wondering in. Because I know you have a pretty busy week this week. You got all your because you took last week off.
Yep. I'm actually taking next week off too because after Monday I'll be taking next week off because it's my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, the big party, and there's going to be a lot of things to do. My mom, who's been working her tail off, which is why I wanted to have it at a different location, but of course she wanted to have it at her house. But she's like, oh my goodness, I have more to do than I had last week. I'm like, oh, Mom, so much to do. But tomorrow I will be on Bridget's channel, The Baker's Daughters LLC, on her YouTube channel for my first appearance on her YouTube. She's been on mine. She emailed me this morning. She said it was 6 months ago that I was on your channel for the first time. Like, has it been 6 months already? Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
So at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, I'm going to be on her channel. And then Wednesday morning, my regular 10 a.m., Recover Treasures MT. She's an Instagrammer. She's been on my channel one other time. She will be on my morning show. So,
cool. Are you doing your Thursday? You doing a Thursday?
I don't think so.
No.
It's summer, and people. I do have one more Thursday sale scheduled at the beginning of July, and that'll be my Christmas in July sale. But yeah, I think I'm going to be on hiatus for Thursday evenings for the rest of the summer. But I am going to start dropping some static sales so people can watch them when they during. Because people are outside in the evenings. It's nice, and you want to get out and work in your garden, or just sit in a little bit of the sunshine or whatever. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do Thursday evenings after that last July one.
Hey Peg, how does everybody out there feel about statics? Do you like them? Do you think they're okay?
Hi Peggy.
I kind of like doing them because it does give people the opportunity to watch at their leisure and not feel pressured to watch live. It's also a reason why Claudia and I try very hard to keep this at roughly an hour. So that it's not a big deal to watch back an hour show, but to go back and watch something that's marathon-y can be like really difficult on people. Hey Leanne, how you doing? So that's good. I've got coming up, well, after today, tomorrow and Wednesday, both days, I'm going to be on the What's Not app at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Have
So
you
everybody
linked
else
your
can do that.
whatnot down below?
I thought I did. I'm going to double check. I thought
Yeah,
I did.
let
We're
me
going to
look.
double check that. But I will be over there on the What's Not app. Oh, no, I didn't do it here. Crap. You know why? Because I reused the details from the last time.
Yeah, you've
Before I
got
had
a.
the What's Not app.
I did go and follow you. I did do that, even though I didn't make it to your sale last week.
Yeah. So Tuesday is going to be instant ancestors and doing all sorts of cabinet cards and stuff. And then Wednesday is going to be black and white. See, Claudia's rubbed off on me. I'm doing theme sales over there just because it makes my life easier. It really, really does.
They're fun.
They are fun. So, and those are
Hi,
not things you
Cindy.
can watch, guys. Oh, hey, how are you, Cindy? So check them out. Check them out. The 3 o'clock over on the What's Not next 2 days. And I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to keep. Oh, good. Cindy likes the drop sales. I like them too. Trying to keep that Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm definitely doing Wednesdays. I'm feeling out Tuesdays. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Makes it
So,
easier with shipping if you do it all at one go, and then you can ship, and then you can source and
yeah.
get your videos done up.
And
Yeah.
that's changed for me too. I'm going to try today to murder myself today. Hey, Helen, to package an invoice today from the drop sale I had and this sale and then yesterday's sale. So, and thank you everyone for showing up on Sunday. Those of you who came at
Hi,
noon.
Helen.
I have a new show that I'm launching, and next Sunday I'm going to have my first guest on. It's going to be a little bit of a variety show. I'm thinking every other week I'll have a guest on, and it's going to be Carolyn from Yun Star Girl is going to be my first
I
guest
love
to show
Caroline.
off her goods. I know, she's so fun, and I figured she'd be really fun to have on because I'm going to torture her a little bit. Hello, Jill and Cass. How are you guys? Are you guys ready to learn?
Hi, Cass. Oh,
Are we ready to
Cass.
learn?
When I put out my haul videos this week,
Oh my
one of
God.
them's going to have some horses in it.
She picked up some amazing, amazing stuff. And if you didn't see the Instagram post, I like drooled over absolutely everything. John was like in the back room crying.
That's only a tiny bit of what I sourced
Oh.
last week. Yeah, I spent more time sourcing than I spent reorganizing.
Because this is the fun part. I spent this week organizing my shelves upstairs. I have everything in my baker's boxes with Post-its on it going, this is for a 70s show. This is for a green and yellow show. And I have them all stickered.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I went sourcing instead.
I don't blame you. Because that's the fun part. Oh, goodness. Yeah, she got some amazing, amazing stuff. So make sure you check those out because, like I said, John was in the back room crying, going, why can't we find this stuff? Where are they hiding it? So I'm like, not here, obviously.
In Ohio. We're hiding it in Ohio.
It's all hidden in Ohio. Yeah. Yes. Oh,
Vivian,
we have all
missed you
kinds of
coming
stuff.
in. Hello.
That's why it's fun to go to other states because you can find stuff that you're like, they don't have this in my state, like in a different region. They don't have this where I'm at. So it is cool to do that. If you can do that, people do that. What can I say? All right. So today we're here to learn about milk glass, and I tried something different. I have slides, people. I was inspired by Angela and Heather, who do a show very similar to this, where they talk about different topics. Like we just talk about glass, they talk about different topics. And I love that Angela's in charge of slides. And I went, well, that makes it so much easier. So I borrowed their idea, and we're gonna try this, and we're gonna see how this works. So I'm not sure how this. I don't know how to put us both in the corner. I don't think we can put both babies in the corner, but I could be wrong. So let's see. Nope, I can't put us both in the corner. All right. So we'll see Claudia's cute face there. Otherwise, it just sits over the top of both of us. So we're talking about milk glass. There we go. Boop. See, we can see Claudia. We can't see B. Hi. So it was actually first produced in Venice in the 16th century, and it is translucent. And this is the one thing that I didn't know about. It was originally called opal glass, which so makes sense if any of you have ever seen a Ring of Fire, which I will show you for those of you who don't know what a Ring of Fire is. I finally found a really good picture of it. So it was actually known as opal glass, and it was made to compete with porcelain glass, which, okay, that makes sense because when you look at it from a distance, it does look like porcelain. And it looks like an opal, if you've ever seen a real true opal. So it was used in all sorts of different things, from compote dishes to candlesticks to decorative pieces. And this is actually a clock that's in New York City's Grand Central Terminal. There's another piece that's from Chicago that was all had milk glass in it. And that is actually in the Smithsonian, which I thought was really cool that they actually have that piece in the Smithsonian. So it's a little tiny, brief history of that kind of glass. So when we talk about a ring of fire, there you go. That's what a ring of fire looks like. So your really good stuff will have this bluish tinged when you hold it up, and then when you really get the light going through it, you'll see this orangey red go through it. And it's called a Tyndall effect. And it is the different kinds of what they call opacifiers. I think I'm saying that right. Opacifiers that they're added into the glass melt, from bone ash to tin oxide. And when I say bone ash, yes, I mean real bones. To tin oxide, to arsenic, to antimony, as well as different types of ceramic glazes. There's, hey, Angela. So there's all sorts of things. So when you see a ring of fire, hold a piece up to the light, and you see this orangey red that's up there, that's what the ring of fire looks like. That, yeah. You'll see us when we're out in the stores. We all look like knuckleheads because we'll be like this. Oh yes, it's got a ring of fire. Holding it up, trying to find a light.
Cracks, because
yeah,
holding
exactly.
them up in front of a fluorescent light, you can also see if it's got tiny cracks in it.
So it is. It now you all kind of know what a ring of fire, because we've gotten lots of questions on that before. We have. All right. So the popularity, the Boston Sandwich Company. Now this is where we also get the name sandwich glass from. They were the first ones to produce it. And I know it says Boston, but it was actually on Cape Cod because that's where sandwich is. It's on the Cape. So they were making the opaque glass, such as candlestick lamps, in a variety of colors by the 1850s and possibly much earlier. So even though it's been around for a very long time, it was super popular in the Victorian time period. It's kind of, milk glass has an ebb and flow to it. So the highest point of popularity was in the 1800s and the 1900s, and then into the very beginning part of the 19th century. So Victorian milk glass is definitely thicker. So we both have pieces of Victorian milk glass. So I'm going to pull us back up together so you can grab yours. Then both, there's Claudia's, and this one is mine. And it's usually painted and very ornate.
Yeah.
And it's thicker. It's definitely chunky monkey. And it almost always, at least I haven't found a piece of Victorian glass that doesn't have it, has a ring of fire. Almost always has a ring of fire, the Victorian glass. And then you get to something that's like from the 70s, which is heavier and thicker, and then the stuff in the 20s and the 30s and the Gilded Age. The Gilded Age was super popular for this too. It was very ornate. That's it. I found that one the other day. That is an Ivy Ball.
60s, 70s.
Yeah. The stuff from the 20s and the 30s is much more delicate and much thinner, a lot of that stuff. So, and then they made it thick again. I don't know. It's just the way they did it. It was just the way they did it. So manufacturers, I'm not even going to try to say that first one. We know about Fenton. We know Fostoria, Imperial. I'm not going to say that next one because I'll say it wrong and y'all make fun of me again. Ellie Smith, Mossert. The next one, Tai Su Young. I've never heard of them either. And Westmoreland. I tend to find Westmoreland and Fenton in milk glass more than anything else. I have seen E.O. Brody in milk glass.
E.O. Brody vase in the kitchen right now.
Yeah, I think I have one. I think that piece I have hiding back there is E.O. Brody. Anchor Hocking made it. Hazel Atlas made it. There's lots of different things. Now, Claudia learned something interesting that she's going to tell you after I do my last cute little slide. Here are the extras. The pieces made for the wealthy of the Gilded Age were known for their delicacy and their beauty. And whereas the pieces in the Depression era were definitely not as much. And these are the colors. This kind of floor mat. I've seen blue. I've seen pink. I have not seen yellow milk glass.
I haven't either. I saw a picture of yellow milk glass, but I haven't seen it in real life.
I've never seen the person. Brown I have seen, because sometimes they call it like an almond. That I had that
you had a piece of almond.
I had a piece of almond and then white and black. And I still have not in person seen a piece of black.
Here's an example of the pink.
The pink is
And I'm going to show it next to white so you can see it's just very delicately, I barely see that it's pink, but it's just very delicately pink. And this is out of my personal collection.
It reminds me of taffy. Like if you've ever had Laffy Taffy, it reminds me of strawberry Laffy Taffy. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, so I've had pink. I've had the almond. The almond was the first time I'd ever found in the quote unquote brown, because who wants brown? Brown sounds like such an ugly glass color, right? It just really
almond
does.
Sounds pretty.
But almond sounds better, or beige. I think another site had listed it as beige. Then there are pieces of milk glass, like a lot of the stuff from the 60s and the 70s, which is known as dead white, which is there's no ring of fire. It is just chunky monkey white. And that's just all it is. It looks like somebody just painted with milk, pretty much. But we did learn that not everything that is white is milk glass. We learned that. So stuff like Pyrex, stuff like Fire King. What was the other one you mentioned?
Let me show you.
Yeah, like show them what it was. I can't remember what.
So Federal Glass.
That's it.
That is not, if it is heat resistant, it is not milk glass, because the chemicals that make it milk glass are not heat resistant. So Federal Glass, Bitrock, which Bitrock, if you don't know, Bitrock glows.
Oh, I did not know that. That's awesome.
So Bitrock, not considered milk glass because it's made different chemically. The Monax, which does have looks like a ring of fire, not milk glass. This one is Fire King. Dinnerware, not milk glass because it's heat resistant. So not all white glass is milk glass.
It's the same kind of thing as like Corningware, not milk glass, Pyrex, Fire King, Glass Bake, and there's one more that falls in that category. That they're not milk glass. They look like milk glass. They're made to look like milk glass, but they're not milk glass. Milk glass you can treat
I
like
apologize. I've been telling you guys wrong. I was calling all milk glass or all white glass milk glass. It is not, and I was wrong.
But it's easy to say that. Yeah, Leanne, you're right. The old stuff is very hard to find on the West Coast, but what's cool on the West Coast is you have a lot of the mid-century modern stuff that sometimes is a lot harder to find than it is on the East Coast. So you get all the really great, artisans in the California pottery and all that other stuff out there. And some of the glass and the kitsch. And the kitsch. We can't find the kitsch here. It's very hard. West Coasters
stole all the kitsch.
Yeah, you guys come
Never come across kitsch here. Never ever.
It's rare. I do find it, but it is super duper rare. But yeah, the milk glass is a very cool thing, and it's super scientific. I had no idea how scientific. So I watered it down because the scientific layer when they were talking about the ossifiers and the refraction of light and everything else, it was like really, really confusing. I'm just checking my notes.
I skimmed over it. My brain went, eh. But experts do not even agree. Milk glass experts will disagree on what is considered milk glass. So the thing that it goes back to is if you love it, collect it.
Yes.
That's what it boils down to. If you love it, collect it.
Yeah. No, not all. Well, yeah, a lot of the older milk glass will have a ring, but I do have, and it's really weird that I have one. It's sitting in my other room. I should have brought it in. It is a newer piece. It is stamped on the bottom, made in China, and it has a ring of fire. So it definitely depends. I know, isn't that weird? It definitely depends on the chemicals that they use to make it, to give it that opaqueness. Because what it actually is, like I said, it's science. You remember when your chemistry teacher would sit you guys down? I think it was chemistry. It might have been physics. I don't know. And they'd play with a light prism. They'd show you like, oh, look, if you put a piece of glass up, you get a rainbow on the wall, kind of like when you were younger. It's the milk glass contains dispersion particles. This is the part I left out. This is the sciencey part, which scatter the light. So many of the glass will appear that bluish shade from the side, and then the red-orange fire Hey, Krista, the red orange, what we call ring of fire, when it passes through, it's just it acting like opals. Like if you've ever seen a real opal, the way it moves in the light, it's very, very similar to that. So a lot of the older milk glass will have the ring of fire. The stuff from the 60s and the 70s usually really doesn't have the ring of fire. It's just what they call dead white milk glass. So that's what I learned.
So I had a couple of notes to add to that. So
Yeah.
there were a couple of brands that did name their white glass. So Pyrex and Corning was opal white, and Hazel Atlas was platinite white.
Ooh.
So those aren't considered milk glass, but they did have actual patented names. And then the other thing, when you were talking about the things that milk glass was, but I didn't know about that clock, but I've seen that clock. I've been there. I've seen that.
Yeah.
But also doorknobs and cabinet knobs were made from milk glass. And if you want to see examples, Jeffrey from Real Nifty Vintage has a video from 4 years ago. So baby Jeff, where he shows different examples and talks about milk glass, and it's short but really informative. So you can look up "This Isn't Milk Glass" on Real Nifty Vintage, and that will pop up.
And there are some really, really great. I did find a couple last night. If you like type in like Victorian milk, they'll go through and show you some examples that you would just be like, holy moly.
And Catherine just had a Victorian milk glass static sale.
Oh,
gorgeous.
Gorgeous. I would never sell it. I have 2 pieces. I've sold a few.
Yeah,
but
I found 1 piece and kept it.
I usually keep it, and then I keep it for a little bit. I actually come across Victorian milk glass quite often. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's New York in the Gilded Age and everything, and everybody had. I mean, they made milk glass out of every glove boxes, dresser sets. I have a Barber bottle that's a Victorian one that's up for sale today. So yeah, they put it on everything. Clock faces, candelabras. Could you imagine finding a milk glass candelabra? I'm just saying. I would love that. So much. So I know it is really, really cool. Crazy questionnaire. Is there a chemical difference in the glass or the very way it's heated to regular glass? There is a chemical difference.
It's a chemical difference.
Yeah. The rest of it, milk glass Michelle can be blown, it can be stretched, it can be molded. A lot of the very first pieces were actually early American press glass, which we talked about. So a lot of that stuff was like molded. I'm trying to see if this one has a mold on it. But it was also, you could also blow it. So, oh, I know. Wouldn't it be awesome to have milk glass cabinet knobs? That would be really cool. But they're made to look like porcelain
knobs.
I know. Or how about uranium? I've seen uranium knobs. I think of you every time I see the uranium knobs. I'm like, Claudia, pee. I want to pee myself. Can you imagine like a black light in your kitchen and your knobs are glowing in the dark? I mean, talk about never having to worry about a midnight snack.
I would die if I found them at an affordable price.
Yes, they're expensive.
Yeah,
they're expensive. Oh my gosh, a uranium chandelier? Yes.
Yes. Oh, that would be so amazing.
I think we all need a uranium chandelier with black light bulbs in it. I think we all need one of those. Let's get right on that, people. Make me something fun. All right, we're going to get to the selling. And I'm going to let Claudia go first. Although I'll probably pop up first because I was there. So,
we're going to do 1 or 2?
We'll do 2. Why not?
Okay. So my first item, not milk glass, but it's white glass. And it is a Hazel Atlas wine bottle. And man, did I have to do I even poloed Barbie yesterday, and I'm like, this is making me crazy because I couldn't identify things. I knew it was Hazel Atlas because it shows Hazel Atlas right there. And it's what they call a confetti bottle. But from my research, this was a wine bottle made by Welch's in only 1954 and 1955. I guess they got bought out by another company. I guess the Welch's company was very anti-alcohol in the beginning, and they wanted to produce nice grape juice for priests and stuff so that wine wasn't being used. They're very anti-alcohol. They got bought out. This was produced for 2 years. If you find one with the Welch's wine label on it, they sell for like $120. But These aren't worth a whole bunch, but they're fun because they've got this spaghetti. This one's green. They did them in several different colors.
It looks like marbly too, and I love that.
Yeah, it's so fun, and that's in the glass. So these confetti spaghetti bottles, $8, number 6. $8, number 6. They're just super fun. But this would have been Hazel Atlas. Was that the one that I said was, yeah, platinite. So this would have been platinite, this color. That's my first item. And then second item, also white glass but not milk glass, is an open sugar bowl with these applied handles. I don't know who made it. Couldn't find anything out about it, but so pretty. And it is 3 inches tall. The bowl part 3 1/4, but from handle to handle 5 inches. So just a nice example of white glass that is not milk glass. And this open sugar bowl, $10, number 17. $10, number 17, and that's my 2.
Oh my gosh, Angela, I'm looking forward to the uranium glass, whatever it is that you just came up with in your little brain, because I so enjoyed her flower frog presentation yesterday. So for any of you who don't know, she posted a video yesterday. We were all watching her live, and she talked about how to do, because I was shouting out, I've been begging people for eons, will somebody please do a flower frog video so I know how to use them? Like, I kind of assumed how to use the ones with the holes, but it was the metal ones that were throwing me. I'm like, how does this even work? You know, I guess you got to impale them. But it was so fun to watch. So go check that out, guys, if you haven't seen it. It was a lot of fun. And I liked the kale, Angela. I have to say, I liked the kale. And I'm going to do that with a pumpkin. Yeah, I'm going to do that with a pumpkin. I thought it was very cool. It was very Martha Stewart of you, Angela. Very Martha Stewart. Yeah, stab the fly. I called it impaling. Lay them down on a bed of nails. It was really pretty, though, too. Okay. So next up, I have, this is an E.O. Brody piece, and I love this little bud vase because it is very modern, even though it is an older piece. So it has that, you could walk into Target today and probably find a piece that has this geometric shape to it. And I'm going to call them, they're like diamonds, and my light's blowing it out a little bit, but they're like big diamonds or kites that are in here. It is 9, did I say 9 inches? 8.5 inches. 8.5 inches tall. It's a great little starter piece for a milk glass collection. I like the idea of all the different size bud vases all up against each other. I've had some that have the ring of fire, some that don't. This one does not. So if you're interested in my E.O. Brody geometric bud vase that is 8.5 inches tall, it's totally the year for the flowers. It'll be $6, number 60. $6, number 60 on this guy. And then my next one, that's what I want to do. Yeah, that's exactly what I do want to do. I want to put them in the pumpkin and then do a little flower thing in there and put it in my front window. Be like Harry Potter-esque. Now, see, I have 2 votives. I have 2 votives, a nice little matching pair. One of them has a tiny crack in it. It's on the inside, and I just had it. And then, you know what? I did a little switch. Here it is. I did a little switcheroo. So on the inside, I don't know if it's going to show up. The inside here, it's got a little bit of a crack on the inside. And I can't really feel it with my finger, which is weird, but I can see it. So they're a nice little pair. This one here has a slight ring of fire along the top of the beads. This one, not as dramatic, which is kind of funny, is the bottoms. They are relatively in good condition, you know, cleaning wise. This one's still got a little something in it. That's a little weird. But that's the other thing too, is cleaning milk glass, because back in the day, people had the milk glass and they all smoked in the house. The nicotine and the tar buildup on the milk glass can be a royal pain in the butt to get off sometimes. So you really have to scrubby. So if you're interested in the pair, one, just beware, one does have a crack in it. So I wouldn't use a real heat candle. I would use one of the fake battery operated candles. And I usually recommend that with glass anyways, because you don't want to break it. I think most of the modern stuff is made for an open flame candle. I'm not sure about some of the older stuff. So they'll be $5 for the pair number 52. $5 number 52 for my pair of votives. And that is my two. Sitting here talking too much.
I forgot I brought a pair to show you. They're not for sale, but
yeah. Oh my gosh.
But this one has a ring of fire. The bottoms are just slightly different.
Oh,
this
see,
one
mine
has a ring of fire. This one does not.
Yep.
So these little votives were made for years and years, but
I have one in ambers. Yep.
All right, my next item is milk glass. It's a milk glass candle holder. I couldn't find the company, but this one will hold a pillar, a votive, or a candlestick, which I think that's really nice. So you put it right in the center of your table. You can switch your color of candle out for the season. It's got this, there you can see it. It's got this swirl pattern on it.
Ooh.
So all it has on the bottom is the number 7. I have no idea who made this. Did a lot of research on it. Couldn't find it. It's 3 1/4 inches tall. It's 4 1/2 inches across. So nice cooler candle holder or any other candle you want to put in there. $10, number 13. $10, number 13.
I think those are really neat.
Angela, I came across somebody who was, they were using a rust remover you use in like your toilet to get rust off. You might want to try that. And that was something that we didn't mention, is that if you are going to collect milk glass, you do not want to collect stained milk glass.
It's hard.
And the glass that I'm drinking out of, I don't know if you can see, it has a stain all the way around the rim. So I don't know if that was a wine stain. I mean, it's a wine glass. It's got water in it. But, you know, I bought it for myself, so I didn't care that it was stained. But you definitely do not want to pick up stained milk glass. It devalues it. All right, I had this one up for sale, and then the person wasn't able to purchase it. So I'm bringing it back. This is the Platinite Hazel Atlas Pear Dish. And I did call this milk glass when I had it up for sale the first time because I didn't know. I love this one because of the flowers on the back, the fruits on the inside, and it's a pear.
And it makes a really good spoon rest because I have it in the grape/strawberries, and I've had the pear too.
$6, number 4. $6, number 4. And that is my 2.
And yes, milk glass is totally versatile for any occasion. Ms. Dolo is 100% right. I love it. If you have candles and then put different colored candles in it for the season. I will say this though, a black taper candle looks amazing and so classy in a white milk glass piece. It really, really does. I've had that all over my house for a while. These are something else. Segue. That have been in my house for a while. This is a little married couple. I do have 2 of them, but I'm only going to hold one up at a time here. I picked them up separately. Well, the bases I got one, and then the toppers I got another. So you're getting the whole 4 set, the whole foursome here. So these here got the little bubbles. They remind me of like claws almost. Like these are like bony little fingers, kind of what they remind me of. So I did have black candlesticks sticking out of here. They look amazing. And then I found these clear guys right here that sit very nicely in here so I could have a votive. So you get all these different options. You could put a votive, you could put a tea light, or you can use it as a candlestick holder, which I thought was really cool. Yes, I love these. You can find them in so many different colors and patterns and styles, and they're great for using in your candlesticks if you want something a little more contained. I do love them, but I am selling them now because my dog keeps knocking them over because no matter where I put them, either her nose or her tail finds them, and I don't want them broken. So they're both in really great condition, both sets in diameter, just so that you know how big it is. It is 3.5 inches, so it's not super, super big right there. So just 3.5 inches on these, and then the toppers are 3 inches. So you pretty much got the same kind of, you know, bit and bob going on here. But yeah, these are really, really great if you get them in different colors. This was just a classic, like, it's going to go with anything kind of look. So if you're interested in these guys right here, and these are vintage, for the life of me, I don't remember I can't find the name. Somebody had sold one once that had a picture and it had the sticker, and I could not blow up the sticker. I was like, those are mine. I've been wanting to know what they are. But I was telling Claudia before the show, every time I take a picture of milk glass, I get toilet bowls. I kid you not. The toilet bowls that show up.
Google hates you.
Google does hate me. The Google. If you're interested in the pair, I'm only going to hold up one, but there's a pair of these. They'll be $15, number 57. $15, number 57 on that. And that was something else we were going to tell you guys too. It's like, listen, don't always trust Google Lens. Don't type stuff in, because does this look like a toilet? I don't think so. Like, I would understand, like, you know, like a light switch or a doorknob or something like that. It doesn't look like no toilet. It does for sure. All right. My next piece is this one right here. This here is Indiana glass. This is the Indiana. That's just some sticker residue I'm still working on getting off. So this is an Indiana quilted pattern. And you could call it a rose bowl. You could call it a flower thing. Like, if you had watched Angela's thing and you stick a flower frog down in there, this would be gorgeous.
That would be a great one for a flower frog in.
This would be awesome, because you could even have the roses would sit here, or like little drapery. Is really pretty. So this piece here measures just about 9 inches tall. So it's a pretty good piece. And this is from the mid-century, the 60s to the 70s. So it is a heavier piece. I like to warn people, it is a heavier piece. The base is 4 inches and the top is 5 in diameter. It's just a really, really pretty thing. You can put filler candles. I have used these for filler candles too, which I do think is really fabulous to use some of these. Yes, grapes would look beautiful hanging out of this. So this is just a fun piece to have. So if you're interested in this big guy here, it will be $20, number 50. $20, number 50 on that guy. And let me put you down, and then I'll switch over to Miss Claudia.
I have that one in green.
Ooh, I would love to see that in green.
All right. It's the Fenton Silver Crest. Spanish lace is the pattern.
Oh my gosh.
And it is big. So let me take the lid off. I'll show you the silver crest. So there's no damage to the crest at all. And that pattern does come down here. And it is 6 3/4 inches across. So it's big. Now let me show you where the only damage to the whole piece is. There is a tiny flea bite right here.
Oh, it is fabulous though. I have never seen one in person, and it's gorgeous.
So you've got the Spanish lace pattern on the top too, and to the tippy top, 9 inches.
I just had a really dirty thought cross my mind, because I saw something on when you showed the lid. Saw something really, really below the belt.
All right, you pervert.
I am a pervert. It's okay. It's a little too early.
So for the gorgeous Fenton Silver Crest Spanish lace lidded candy dish, $30, number 5. $30, number 5.
It reminds me of a wedding cake with really finely piped royal icing. Is what it reminds me of. Damn it, Nikki. I will.
All right, and my second piece is also Fenton.
Oh,
it is iridescent. So not milk glass, just white glass, but iridescent glass. And the Fenton, I love how Fenton would move these around. So sometimes you have to really search for the little Fenton thing, but it's right there. It says Fenton. And this one, just a little guy, 6 inches tall, little bud vase. And this flower is porcelain, but the ribbon is just satin. So porcelain flower on there. Does not have any breaks to the porcelain flower. And this is $12, number 1. And that is my 2.
Okay.
That was my Fenton round.
Oh, I almost knocked myself. No. Oh my goodness. Go away. All right, there we go. Stop hitting wrong buttons. You get carry after number 1. I almost kicked myself out of the stream. Stop hitting wrong buttons. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Next up, I could not find who made this. I really wish I could. So we were talking earlier about some of the stuff has a little bit of a blue cast. This does from the side have a little bit of a blue cast. So I am thinking and leaning towards this is probably from the 30s and the 40s. This is, I'm calling it my twisty compote because it is it looks like twisted yumminess. Now, this ruffled edge, this ruffled fluted edge is all 100% a ring of fire. And I'm going to try and get it to show, but you can see that it's kind of
gorgeous.
It is beautiful. I love this guy so much. And it's not a big piece and it's definitely lighter, which is nice because some of the milk glass can get a little chunky. It is 6 inches tall and it is just beautiful in there. But my favorite is the little ruffled edge. It absolutely promotes the opalescence of some of the nicer glass. And then it's got this really pretty twisty base. Now, it is a molded piece. It does have the 2 mold lines in it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that to show up. But there it is right there. You can see that line is not a crack. It's actually the mold. So if you're interested in my twisty compote, because I do think it's really, really pretty. It does show up really nice. It will be $15, number 58. $15, number 58 on my twisty compote with the pretty ruffled edges. And then next up, we were talking about Fire King. I have a piece of Fire King. This is a planter. I've never seen a Fire King planter, which is really weird because I've seen this pattern before where we've got the reminds me of dots and dashes. So in my mind, it's like an SOS thing. It's like a Morse code. So we've got these longer lines, and then we've got these little, I always call them Madonna bra. Madonna bra hobnail. It's actually English hobnail, but it's the Madonna bra. So this is Fire King, and it does say oven on the bottom, too.
I just can't get over that being Fire King.
I know, it blows my mind. Hey, Aaron, it just, when I found it, I was like, what? I only thought Fire King made, kitchen-y kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they made this as well. So it is a planter. It is the right time of the year for it. I have put stuff in these before, and it looks gorgeous when you have them pretty green plants in here. As a matter of fact, I bought a head from Barbie, and I have a little plant in her now, and looks like she has hair. So if you're interested in this guy, it'll be $10, number 53. $10, number 53. And those are my 2.
All right, so this is my Westmoreland round. So first I have this Westmoreland vase. It has the grape pattern on it. It's got this many fingers, and you can see the WG in the bottom for Westmoreland glass. So this one is milk glass, and it is almost 10.5 inches at its tallest finger. They made this one in a 17-inch, which is just stunning.
Yeah, growing your herbs.
This is just the little bit less than 11-inch. And this one actually came out of my collection back there because I found a different milk glass one that I liked better. And I didn't need 2 milk glass ones. $10, number 9. $10, number 9. Westmoreland milk glass swung vase.
I'm sorry, Dolo. I love go grow your herbs. It sounds like you're telling somebody off. I know what you meant, but I mean, go grow your herbs.
And then this one, I know that I've had it up before. I just love it.
I
I
love
think
it.
it's stunning. It's
Yeah.
the English hobnail rose bowl. It's Westmoreland also. It's such an architectural piece.
Yes.
So
I love
no
it.
chips, no cracks. This one's in really good condition. It stands almost 7 inches tall.
Yeah, I love the shape too. I want to see them as finials on the end of a staircase
Yeah.
with ivy coming out of them. Oh,
And this one is $12, number 11. I want a milk glass crown.
ooh. We need to make that happen too. I kind of like that too.
That was mine too.
Okay. All right. Next up, I do have my Victorian piece that I am going to sell. So here I have a Victorian barber's bottle. Now it is missing a top. These would have had tops, and these came in 2 different styles. So you had the ones that had this really pretty kind of ornateness on them, and then there were ones that had like lions on them, which I think was really cool. When I first picked it up, I thought, oh, it's a weird vase, or it was a light fixture. And then after doing a little research, I realized, nope, that's what they are. They're barber bottles, which is kind of neat. These would have sometimes sat on dressers. They would have been filled with all sorts of, and I've watched some of the stuff that the Victorians have actually used for their beauty routine. And let me just say, there were weirder things than using bear grease. They would use bear fat to flick that was a hair product, bear fat. They called it bear grease. So Lord only knows what this actually once upon a time had in it. Probably something like orange water or rose water or lavender water. Yeah, it doesn't smell. Just making sure it doesn't smell after I went through all
I
of
told
that.
you not
And
to
it didn't
smell the
smell.
things.
I smell everything. I'm so bad. It was 4 inches around, and height wise, we're at just about 6 inches. It's hard to tell because I get bumped out. So it is, yeah, they were made with some funky stuff. There's some fun stuff out there on YouTube you can watch if you want to see the darker side of history.
Yes.
That's
Nope.
It's definitely interesting. But yeah, their pomades were made some funky. I'm like, I'm not putting bear fat in my hair. I'm sorry. I don't care if it holds it still. Bear grease is not going in my hair. So if you're interested in my Victorian barber's bottle, it will be $40, number 51. $40, number 51 on this guy. Oh, I'm glad you made it back, Penny Sue. And then I had a bigger planter the last time. This time it's a smaller one. I have a couple of Westmoreland. I think I have one more Westmoreland piece, or maybe not. So this is my Westmoreland piece. I know, right? No, it wouldn't. It'd be really rancid, especially when it got really hot outside. So it has the leaves on it and the grapes. For some reason, Westmoreland really loved to do the
Yeah,
grape
they
and leaf
did.
pattern. It was like one of their signature pieces. And Westmoreland glass does tend to be heavier than a lot of the other glass. For some
It's
reason,
a chunky glass.
it is. So what I was thinking with this is either a small planter. This has multiple uses. A small planter, which would look really pretty with a cute little succulent or something in it. You could, I suppose, use it as a drinking glass, although it is a little hefty for a drinking glass. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool to use this for like makeup brushes or your toothbrush? Like this screams bathroom to me. So it's a really cool little piece. It's not super big. It's 4 inches tall, so not really big. And it's a nice utilitarian piece because it is so chunky. Because Westmoreland just like to make their glass really thick. I don't know why. So if you're interested in this guy right here, it's going to be $9, number 54. $9, number 54 for the Westmoreland mini planter. That's kind of what I'm calling it.
That'd make a nice spooner if you were doing a fancy tea
Yes.
party to put your teaspoons in.
There's just so many uses for that piece, I thought, which is why I picked it up, because I thought it had lots of uses.
All right. This is Avon. Avon milk glass. So little lidded candy dish. They're not uncommon. This one was in my personal collection, and then I found a piece of milk glass that I liked better. So I am trading it out. Things live with me for a little bit, and then if I find something I like better, since I have such limited space, then it's the next thing has to go.
Yes.
I like it because it's got all the flowers on it. It is so fun. So no chips, no cracks, lots of flowers. It's Avon. It's this big. And it is just $8, number 12. $8, number 12. And then my last item.
Hey, Chicago lady.
Hi, Jeannie. Is what everything calls Mexican milk glass, although what I read was that plates could not be milk glass. I have no idea. It's white glass. It's Thermocriso.
Oh, that's so pretty.
So I've got 4 of the plates, and they're almost translucent. They're so pretty. So I've got 4 of the plates. I've got 4 of the cups. And this is one of the first things that I came across right before I started reselling. And I got a really good deal on them. And the first time that I put them up for sale, I was on Jody's channel, and another reseller told me in the chat that I was selling them for too cheap, and then nobody bid on them. So all 4, no chips, no cracks. There is a little bit of wear to the flowers where they've started to come off in some spots. So let me show you. But it's just very minimal wear.
It's like the perfect little afternoon tea and, finger sandwich set.
Yep. Because the plates are this big. The cups are a nice 8 ounce. I've drank coffee out of them just to make sure. So they're not the little dinky 6 ounces. It's a nice, it'll hold an 8 ounce cup of coffee. So the whole set, $16, number 20. And that was my last one.
Green cottage core too. I mean, they just
absolutely
scream cottage core.
Yep.
I love them. We've talked about this before because Claudia was with us when we did the cottage core sale, and I would love to do my house in cottage core, but it's just not my thing. I think it looks so pretty, but I just
not my style either. But I sure appreciate it.
I really love it. Okay, my next piece. This is a daisy and buttons piece. Now, I have no idea who made it because this is another one that I tried to look up, and I got toilet bowls. And this is a little harder to explain. And I kid you not, I'm taking pictures this way. Oh, it's not a toilet bowl. I just don't get it. But it is a very nice, hefty piece. It is not marked Fenton. It is not marked Westmoreland anywhere that I can see. And both those companies around this time period were very, very good about marking their glass. So it could be from any number host of places. It is an oval shaped dish. And I thought this was a great, use this as like a little vegetable serving dish even, or just have it sit out and collect and hold pretties. But I love to use my things. I try to use them every day. So it is 7 inches from top to bottom. So very good size, very good size. See, it covers my face. So now everyone knows my face is 7 inches. So really good. It is a chunky piece. I'm not going to say it's not. But if you're interested in the daisy and buttons oval bowl, it will be $12, number 56. $12, number 56 on that one. And my last piece, this is an anchor hocking piece from what I was able to find out. I love the design on this. I love the little, they remind me of little propellers almost, but there's also something kind of Harlequin-y, Harlequin-y too about it. It has the nice little ruffly edge up here, scallopy edge. The only mark that is on the bottom is a number, and I can't even read it right now because my blue light is blowing everything out. They use these a lot with a lot of the milk glass kind of stuff with floral arrangements. You see all sorts of different companies will put together this kind of stuff for, yes, reusable straws. I love that idea. It is, let's see, 7 inches. 7 inches from top to bottom, and it goes from a narrower to a wider stance, and the top of it is 4 inches. So the bottom is probably 3. But it's a really neat piece. I just thought it was pretty, and it was different. Ooh, I almost dropped it. So if you're interested in the anchor hocking bud vase with the cool little propeller designs, it'll be $12, number 59. $12, number 59. Hey, Catherine, thanks for stopping by. So that was mine. That was, blah, blah. Buttons. Buttons are hard.
I
Buttons
wonder
are
if
hard.
that dish that you had is press cut.
Oh,
Because I have that same pattern on a creamer.
maybe. There's no mold lines that I can see. I mean, who knows? Who knows? I just thought it was really pretty, ambrosia kind of thing. You ever had ambrosia salad? My mom always called it 5-cup salad. And the first time she served it to me, I looked at her, I was like, I'm not eating puke. Why are you serving me puke? I ain't eating puke. She's like, close your eyes and just eat it. It tastes really yummy. And it does taste really yummy. For any of you who haven't tried it. Oh, goodness gracious. So, I love it. I actually really, really love it. And I just started making it with Greek yogurt instead of sour cream, and it tastes exactly the same, and it's a little bit better for you. So, love ambrosia salad. It just looks like puke. To me. Anyways, I'm sorry. Ruining everybody's lunch hour. Sorry about that. Thank you, Kaz. We appreciate that. And if you're interested in anything, do you want to do a recap? Do we need to do a recap, people? We're good? All right. So just on the replay, if you see something, please email us. Our emails are down below. If you see something that you are interested in, we really like to try to keep this to an hour. So what's coming up next?
So
we did in the beginning, we did at the end.
Tomorrow, I'm on the Baker's Daughters LLC channel at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Wednesday morning at my regular time, 10 a.m. Eastern, I am having Recovered Treasures MT. She is an Instagrammer. She's been on one of my sales before. So I love her. I'm having her on. And then next week, we're going to talk about colored glass and different chemicals they put in colored glass. And we'll have a rainbow of colored glass to offer for sale.
For Pride Month, the rainbow. Oh, Carrie Ann wants number 20, Claudia. Awesome. So, and my next two sales are going to be over on the What's Not app. So this Tuesday and Wednesday. So tomorrow and Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I could do the translation for everybody, but 3 p.m. my time, 12 p.m. West Coast. Everybody else can figure out in the middle of the country where you're coming from, right? I'm going to be doing an instant ancestor sale tomorrow, and then a black and white sale where I'll have some glass and some not glass, because I got to mix it up every once in a while on Wednesday. So I hope I see you all there. And yes, color glass is going to be fun. And then Sunday, to kick off my week, I'm going to be having Carolyn, Star Girl, on my channel. We're going to be having some fun Sunday. Try to keep, once again, another show. I'm trying to keep it around an hour because it's the summertime and everyone wants to go do things, including me. I want to go spend time with the grandbabies. Thank you very much. We appreciate you all coming, and we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Everybody remember that reference? Have a good afternoon, everybody.